here the last time a number got retired. Larry Fitzgerald, that was your senior year, the first game. Did you ever look up at those rafters and think someday my number will be up there?
Not at all. Never dreamed it, never thought about it. I thought I dreamed big, but like I always say, I surpassed anything I thought was possible from hard work, right? And to be 34 years old, retired from football, still reaping the benefits of the things I did when I was in college, and to get to do this with my kids, my wife, my family, my loved ones. It's special, It feels good to be back at home. It's actually my first Pitt game back since I left, right? I've been to a lot of spring games, a lot of practices, but to be back in, I call it Heinz Field, I'm sorry. Heinz, to see a live game, a big time game, the way this team been playing past few weeks, I'm excited about it. So just a blessing.
Aaron, what told you to tell you about this? What was your reaction?
I cried. I definitely, watered, shed some tears, because I was actually coming back from my 9-year-old's football practice, and Alan Green was in the house. My wife wanted to blindfold me, walking. What are you doing? What's going on? And cameras in my face, and he was there, and he broke the news to me, and I was just kind of lost for words, but just a testament to the hard work that I put in.
Aaron, what do you tell your kids about your career at Pitt?
That your dad was pretty damn good, but always trying to still, the work ethic, the discipline, the structure, not just because it works for sports, but you put the time, anything you work hard, or anything you want in life, the things that can come from that. So be able to share this with my kids, to see this, and give them the knowledge that made me successful in my first chapter of life. It's definitely special.
Aaron, when you reflect on the things you did on the football field, and also the person you were at Pitt, the person you are now, just how do you want to be remembered by Panthers fans?
As a great player, a great person, right? I felt like one thing my dad always told me is always stay true to yourself, right? I think he say change is a part of life in the right way, right? Meaning you're gonna grow up, right? I ain't gonna like the same things I liked when I was 16. Now that I'm 34, I ain't gonna like the same things when I was 21. Now that I'm 34, but never change for the worse, and I always try to stay true to myself. Always stay grounded and just be myself, right? So just always want to be remembered as that person, a good person. So.
Aaron, why have you tried to make the effort to stay connected to the players and the program this area?
Because I love the University of Pittsburgh, right? You got to think. I left. First of all, this school gave me an opportunity where a lot of schools didn't. And I'm born and raised in Pittsburgh. Never was a big college football player watching. The only schools I did watch was Pitt when it was on TV. So to be able to go to the university, to play at the University of Pittsburgh, and every offseason, I was right back in Pittsburgh, right in the indoor, over the humid indoor in them summer days. You still using the weight room. So it's just home. It's where what I know, where my family's at, what kept me grounded, what kept me, I guess you could say, humble, and just kept that, sometimes you need to come back to where it all started, that Pittsburgh grind, just to work. So
what does it mean to see the program on this stage today?
I'm proud. Like I said, they've been playing some great football this year, right? I think it's a big opportunity for them to, show the world what they're really about against a good football team that's coming in here. And for me to be here on this day, on a special day for me, and to get to witness it in person, it's pretty cool.
Aaron, you said it's your first game back. To watch the guys warm up, like what kind of juices do you have when you kind of put yourself in their mindset right now?
Yes, well, my mindset, I already could imagine where their mindset was at, because mine was all over the place, ready to knock somebody's head off. But a lot of good memories, obviously, just being back in the stadium, remembering the plays I made, the games I played in on this field. It's pretty cool. I was joking around earlier. I was like, just had me a helmet and shoulder pads on the sideline just in case, right? So, so it feels good to, just be here, witness these guys and what they about to do today, back at home. It's pretty cool.
Were there any particular things that you took from your time at Pitt that helped you throughout your NFL career?
A lot. I think, I had a lot of different coaches to learn from. I think when it pertained to, just being coachable, being able to learn from so many different coaches, take something, add to my game, make me a better football player when it pertained to the way I work, from technique standpoint to even learning how to break down film with Coach Noakes. And I felt like it catapulted my game to another level, right? I think once I was able to, study film, understand what my opponent was doing, the game became slower to me when I was out there. So, I felt like I was able to live in the backfield because I understood formations, understand tendencies the offensive lineman was given, if it was run pass or how they were setting. what pass rush move to use to beat a guy, if it was a slide protection, what I needed to do. So there's always keys and things that I learned from that, and obviously, just becoming a young man in college, to build me who I was. I take that, for obviously my family, but the University of Pittsburgh and, the great people I had around me.
Aaron, what is your life like now? What is your day-to-day like now that you don't have football down there?
Still busy, right? I got 4 kids and a wife, so they keeping me busy. Obviously, I got some business things that I'm working on. I'm an owner in Ready Nutrition. We just actually became the official protein snacks for Pitt Athletics this week, so I'm excited about that. So staying busy, do a podcast, doing some stuff in the entertainment space I'm working on. So honestly, I tell people all the time, like, I'm retired from football, but I feel like my life is a lot more busy now that I'm done, right? So I'm enjoying it though. I think being busy and having things in place and having things after football is a good thing. So, I ain't out here just lost, don't know what's next. I always say I was able to accomplish a lot in my first chapter of life, and I felt like I checked that off and accomplished everything I wanted and more. Now in this next chapter of life, I'm in the business world. I'm excited about the things that I'm working on, the things that I'm building, and a lot of more great things coming from me. So.
Aaron,
I'm sure you heard a lot about the players that came before you while you were here, and the players that had their numbers retired while you were here, and you joining those, collection of Pitt greats today. What does that mean to you?
It's surreal. I still don't believe it. It's like all this to me. I don't know if y'all think it's like sometimes I gotta pinch myself because it feels like a dream, right? I just remember being a kid, just trying to get to a D1 college, right? And remember a kid just dreaming to see if I make it, and to come full circle and to be like, okay, we're retiring your number, right? It's like, so nobody else is gonna ever wear that number again. It's like, no, it's like, wow. When you talk about legacy, that's special. That's forever, right? That would never be taken away. That's always gonna be there. When I'm here, when I'm gone, that's pretty special, right? So when you think about doing certain things, you think about being great. But when you talk about legacy and legendary type stuff, like I said, I thought I dreamed big, but hard work, a lot of hard work, man, just paid off for me. My dad told me as a kid, working out in that basement early mornings, hard work pay off, man. When everybody else is asleep, you working. I'm like, okay, Dad, okay. But to see everything come full circle and come to fruition how it is and how it did, I couldn't write that story no better, honestly.
Aaron, what's your impression of Alan Green? You were on the advisory committee for bringing him on. Like, what's your relationship like?
I'm a huge fan of Alan Green. I love him as a person firsthand. I think he got some great things that he's going to do with this university. I'm excited about it, but I like him more as a person, right? Getting to hang with him, just getting to, talk one-on-one with him, just as friends, right? He's my guy, right? I'm for him all day, every day, and I consider him, not just my Pitt guy, but I consider him a true friend. So I'm for him, big fan.
Aaron, I read your Players Tribune piece. You seem pretty at peace with walking away from the game. How important was it to you to be able to leave the game on your own terms?
Well, I always said as a kid I wanted to leave like Barry Sanders did, and I wanted to be missed. But when I read the article, it actually choked me up. I cried a little bit. What's up, Tink? Cousin Tink. Yeah, man, when a lot of people don't get the opportunity, not just to stay with the same team his whole career, but accomplish the things I did consistently. I think consistent it was what made me who I was, because I was able to do it every single year. But to leave on my own terms when I wanted to, when I was ready, and still have okay, that's it. And still have coaches, my old teammates reaching out to me like, you sure you don't want to come out of retirement and come do this playoff run with us? Going to 2 years, I've been retired now, and I'm still getting them calls now. So it feels good to be wanted. It feels good to be missed. It feels even better to be able to leave on my terms when I wanted to and be full from the game, complete, able to walk with my head held high, checks poked out, and I'm proud of what I was able to do through my football career. So.
Aaron, I'm not sure if you were ever asked, but number 97, why did you decide to wear 97?
So I was 59 in high school. My freshman year, I was 59. Then, Todd Graham and that staff came and they gave me a call. Like, what number you want? I said, I'm number 59, coach. He said, all D linemen's got to have 90 numbers. I'm like, what numbers y'all got? He said the numbers, and the 97 was the number. I was like, I'll take 97. And I know Jabal Shear was my guy my true freshman year. I looked up to, respected. You know, had his kind of put his arm around me, so I was like, I'll take that number 97 and you know, try to represent it for him. And you know, was able to do some pretty cool things with that number. So cool.
Aaron, what does the city of Pittsburgh mean to you?
This is home. This is home. It's everything, right? Born and raised here. You know, my whole family is from Pittsburgh, so it's just home, right? My safe place.
Aaron, a game like this, I mean, I'm sure every game you went out, you gave 100%, everything you could. But when you were in a game like this, a big game, big opponent, spotlight, where do you get something extra? Like, what was it for you on the field to elevate even above?
I think it's just the opportunity to show what you're about, right? I think I was a guy that I got up for every game, but definitely when you heard people, you know, the doubters talking about this is going to be this or this is going to be that, I don't think they got a chance. And it's like a disrespect, definitely how the way, you know, how we've been playing this season, to be overlooked. I think it's one of them days you just wake up just ready to go, right? Like, I don't want to warm up, just give me my helmet and shoulder pads, we can play right now, right? It's just one of them type of games, man. It's going to be a physical game. I think it's going to start with stopping the run game. I think they got to get after that running back. If they're able to stop that and make them have to pass the ball, I think the world going to be up for a big surprise, right? But, you know, these are the type of games you wake up for, the biggest stage, primetime football. The world's watching. College game days here, right? We can't disappoint. So these are the type of games you live for. This is what you work for. This is what you train for. This is what you come to a big university for, to play these type of games. So it's an opportunity to show their talents.
Aaron, was the Georgia Tech moment, is that the one that sticks with you forever? What was a moment?
Game?
Yeah.
Beating Notre Dame here my senior year. I think that was a big game. I think it was rocking in here. It was loud. Remember a lot of double and triple teams that day. But, you know, that's definitely a game that just was emotional for me because we worked so hard. We knew what we wanted to do as a team. We didn't have the greatest record, but, you know, to have Notre Dame come in, a good Notre Dame team, and be able to defeat them at our home field was definitely special. But I had a lot of good games, right? A lot of people say that game because it was a big stat game, I guess. But remember Virginia Tech, Virginia game, New Mexico, my first sack against Louisville as a true freshman, my first big game, my true freshman year in Syracuse, at Syracuse. So, you know, you got a lot of memories and things that kind of like catapulted me to what I had as a football player at my college level, as far as just the confidence. But if I had to pick one, it's for sure that Notre Dame game my senior year.
Aaron, is it kind of a full circle? Is it kind of a full circle moment then to have that be such a memory for you, and then this be his first?
You know the funny thing is when I got surprised that my jersey was being retired, and we was talking with an interview, and I was like, yeah, one of my best memories at Pitt was when we beat Notre Dame, and fast forward, my jersey get retired today. I'm like, wow, like I'm telling y'all, this is scripted, man. I'm telling you, all this stuff scripted. I don't know. Somebody wrote my story, like a perfect way. I can't wait to make my movie one day because it's pretty special.
Anything else?